Welcome to the Star Life TV channel. In this video, I will talk about the symbolism and the substitution of values in the new video of Rammstein, Dicke Titten. On May 25, 2022, the premiere of the video of the Ramstein group for the song Dicke Titten, which means Big Tits, took place. In just 3 days, the video has gained more than 8 million views and continues to occupy the top positions of YouTube trends. At first glance, it seems that the song and video are completely meaningless and are purely entertaining. In fact, the video is literally full of symbolic images, in a satirical form. It reveals the theme of human spiritual blindness. In addition, the clip clearly shows the substitution of the roles of men and women in the modern world. The German film producer John Heitman, who has been collaborating with the musicians for many years, has become the director of Rammstein's new clip. The video takes place in a small alpine village, whose inhabitants celebrate a national holiday. In the first seconds of the clip, we see a group of people solemnly leading a cow to the village. The cow itself, which is repeatedly shown in the clip, may refer to the ancient Greek goddess of the moon, Selene. Very often she was depicted with cow horns on her head. In late antiquity, Selene was identified with Hecate, representing the deity of death, magic and necromancy. The scene with the cow is a reference to the traditional Austrian holiday called Almabtrieb. On this day, cows that have been grazing in the mountains all summer are returned to winter quarters in the valley. On the occasion of the Almabtrieb, animals are decorated with compositions of flowers, coniferous branches and colorful ribbons. When the shepherds with their cattle reach the village, there they are loudly and joyfully greeted by numerous spectators and arrange a folk festival on the occasion of their return. That's what we see in the video. Rammstein guitarist Richard Crosby leads the procession. A little later in the video, he goes down to the basement and changes into a woman's outfit. This symbolically shows that in the modern world it is precisely such people who occupy the highest positions. They lead a double life that no one suspects. Next we see Till Lindemann. He plays the role of a blind old man. It is in his image that the main meaning of the clip lies. Till symbolizes our society, which is captivated by illusions and false values imposed by the system. This is the spiritual blindness of people fixated on satisfying primitive carnal needs. The lyrics of the song are sung from the perspective of a lonely elderly man who dreams of finding a wife. He has the only wish for a potential wife, a big chest. I'm not demanding at all, I'm not picky at all. As a result of the whole story, she doesn't have to be pretty, she doesn't have to be smart. No, she shouldn't be rich. There is only one thing I would like to ask, about big boobs. Thus, the person from whose face this song is sung is really blind. He is only interested in the physical shell. And all needs are reduced to animal instinct. In the video, Till Lindemann looks around as if he saw. However, in fact, he does not see anything. The same thing happens with people who live by imposed values. They sincerely believe that they are doing everything right, and all their desires really matter. When a group of shepherds with a cow approaches the village, the holiday begins. In parallel with this, the life of ordinary people is shown. Here, the fact that women do hard physical work, while men do not do much, is striking. One girl saws a log, another is engaged in carpentry work, the third carries firewood. Even women's duties, such as laundry and cooking, are shown as hard work in the clip. We are also shown an elderly couple. The man's hands are tied, as if he were in a subordinate position. A little later, at the height of the holiday, women drink beer from huge glasses, and men dance nearby. The culmination is Richard's dressing up in women's clothes. All this symbolically shows the substitution of the roles of men and women in the modern world. The feminine takes precedence over the masculine and suppresses him. The scene where the woman furiously beats the meat is very symbolic. Meat is a symbol of patriarchy, which means that a woman destroys it. At the end, minced meat sausages are shown, shaped like a man's dignity, that is, nothing remains of the male principle. From the point of view of the structure of the world, a parallel can be drawn with the Chinese symbol yin-yang. The dark color in it corresponds to the feminine yin, meaning cold, gloom, darkness and everything material. White is the masculine yang, which represents warmth, light and spirituality. According to Chinese philosophy, only the balance of opposites can bring about harmony in the universe. The clip shows the destruction of the male principle, that is, the violation of the balance of the universe towards darkness. Another symbolic scene of the clip is two boys burning a human figurine over a burner. All this is reminiscent of a witchcraft rite using voodoo dolls. The next frame of the clip gives a reference to Andersen's fairy tale, The Swineherd. Its plot in some way intersects with the main idea of the clip. In a fairy tale, the princess, whom the prince sought to love, did not notice the truly beautiful things, but was ready to kiss the swineherd for trinkets. The blind man in the clip was also guided only by his base desires, forgetting about the soul. Next, we see a girl with a goat in her arms, and then a shepherd who feeds him from his hand. The goat symbolizes the devil himself. Very often he is depicted with a goat's head. This scene draws a parallel with the biblical story, according to which it was the woman who initially succumbed to the temptation of the devil. The moment of the clip is very symbolic, in which the girls led Lindemann into the forest and pointed his gun at the deer. The deer is a symbol of nobility, purity and spirituality. Spiritually blind people kill all these qualities in themselves. In addition, they are very easy to manipulate and control. This is exactly what the two girls accompanying Lindemann do. The dressing scene of Richard Crosby deserves special attention. The theme of promoting transgender and LGBT communities can be traced here. In addition, we see that Richard is going down to the basement. That is, this kind of underground life that no one knows about. When a musician puts hay in place of his chest, one gets the feeling that now he will go to the blind old man in order to seduce him. This is not happening. Nevertheless, if Richard had done this, Till would hardly have noticed the catch. After all, his main requirement in the form of a large chest would be satisfied. The essence of this episode is that when society is focused on false values, even the most vile and disgusting things can be perceived by people as the norm. At the end of the clip, we see a swineherd in front of which a blind old man appears. He walks along a sheer cliff and stops at its very edge. The camera focuses on the Edelweiss flower, which Lindemann steps on. Edelweiss symbolizes love and fidelity. Stepping on it, the main character of the video seems to trample on these bright feelings. Throughout the video, Till Lindemann is periodically shown in the house against the background of a corner with icons and a crucifix, which is a kind of mockery of religion. In a post-credits scene, a Catholic priest wanders into the village. Girls with large breasts literally attack him, exposing him to temptations. However, the man runs away from them. Thus, we see that a believer is interested not only in form, but also in content. In addition to all of the above, there are many vulgar moments in the clip that evoke associations with actions of a sexual nature. Apparently, they are designed for those who saw only large breasts in the video, which means they are blind as well as its main character. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Put likes.